Hey guys, Seb WWE Rocks here, and thank you so much for joining me while I review Lucha Underground's Ultima Lucha. Last night was the conclusion. I just learned on Wikipedia. I don't know if it's true because my Spanish is not too great, but Ultima Lucha does mean final fight. So this was it, and I'm going to review it for you because everyone seems to be reviewing for it, so maybe you want to hear my thoughts or just want to watch a video of mine. So this will not be my only video today. I will be doing a later video talking about my Booker T reality of wrestling show I'm going to. So please check out for that. I really appreciate if you did watch this. But I'm not going to take too much of your time. And just a quick overview, like just the whole event. Awesome stuff. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Probably it's up there. One of the best wrestling shows of the year. Just so great how it came to an end and everything. I was very sad. This is probably the saddest I've been since a show ended since Breaking Bad, but just a very sad ending, and but it leaves you really, really excited for what's to come. So I'm hoping they get taping season 2 real soon, and we can get back into the swing of things. Because Lucha Underground was really one of my favorite wrestling shows, if not my favorite show of the entire year. I actually made a video Tuesday, I believe, saying just to thank you to Lucha Underground. And seriously, they did a great job. The wrestlers, the workers, ring crew, everybody, the announcers, everybody did a fantastic job putting on a great production of this show. I really enjoyed it. So let's get right into the Ultima Lucha review. Again, thank you so much for watching, and please let me know like some tips I can do to better my reviews and whatnot. And please let me know what you thought of the review. Each match, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. So thank you. But let's get right into it. So I did talk about the first 3 matches last Saturday in a video, so I'm not going to waste too much of your time. But let's just get right into it. So it's kicked off Ultima Lucha with the 1-hour episode. So was 3 matches. So kicked off with the Mac, of course, Willie Mac versus Cage, Brian Cage. So this match, best way to open up Ultima Lucha. Just absolutely carnage. Not a quick match, but just time-wise, I thought it was perfect. I never got bored during it. It seemed like, just hit after hit, spot after spot. It was awesome. And it wasn't a spot fest. I wouldn't say that. It was very innovative as well because it was Falls Count Anywhere. So they did not go in the ring once, which I love because they made it so interesting outside the ring. They did not have to go in the ring. And I've never seen a Falls Count Anywhere match that has not gotten into the ring. So maybe you guys probably know a match a Falls Count Anywhere match that hasn't gone in the ring. But for me, that was the first time I believe I've ever seen a match like that. So it was awesome. Just, the exploder suplexes onto the freaking seats where the fans sit, the hard wood, floor, I guess. And when Cage went to hit Mac with the chair, Mac just freaking speared him right through the door of this little office building. It wasn't Dario Cueto's office, but speared him right through it. I mean, they were hitting each other with stop signs, 2x4s, coolers with beers in it. Of course, Willie Mack gets the beers, drinks it, hits a stunner on Cage, gets the 1, gets the 2, he kicks out. But freaking the fans just freaked out. It was awesome. They set a table up on the outside, so Cage went to suplex Mac through the table. Mac countered it, hit his sunset flip power bomb through the table. Looked awesome, and that didn't even finish the job, so that was really cool. They got up on top of scaffold, little building, I guess. I think it was the same one I don't know, maybe it was Dario Cueto's office, but they were suplexing each other on it. It was just absolute carnage. Please watch this match. If you missed it, definitely watch this match. Freaking awesome. It was just the perfect way to open it because it was just like, this event is going to be pure carnage, and we're seeing it from the first match. So the ending came where Cage pulled some concrete cinder block, just put it right there, got Mac in the Super Dragon curb stomp position, curb stomped his head through a cinder block, just insane stuff. Gets the 1, 2, 3. So Cage gets the win, and just an awesome match. Definitely check it out. Pure, utter chaos and carnage, and I loved every second of it. Exactly what the match should have been. So next was the Disciples of Death versus the tag team trios champions, Eva Lise and Helico and Son of Havoc. This match, they were, of course, defending the titles. This match, with Ivelisse injured, it kind of, I think it could have been a lot better, obviously. But, you know, I'm not taking away anything from Ivelisse. She's incredible. So she seemed very limited, wasn't able to do much. She had to be dragged and, like, picked up and stuff to do some moves. But a good match, and of course it had Angelico's crazy dive. It always has to in these big matches with Angelico. Angelico jumps off one of the building. I don't think it was Dario Cueto's office. Might have been something else. But great height. Like his other ones. Jumps off. Doesn't land in the ring. Lands on the Disciples of Death, but on the outside floor. So I thought that was insane. Like, you see a video of it. It looks like he's jumping over the fans to land onto the Disciples of Death. I thought it was awesome. So that was an awesome spot, but Katrina has that, like, ancient rock or whatever, so she held it up, so the Disciples of Death get life from that, and they get up, so that's crazy. The ending came when it looked like Ivelisse actually had Katrina, just pounding on her, beating her, just on the ground and pound. So Katrina rolls her over and basically grabs the rock, hits Ivelisse with it, and the Disciples of Death capitalize on that, get the 1, 2, 3. So the Disciples of Death are the new Trios Tag Team Champions. And that's not the last we see of Disciples of Death and Katrina, but we'll get into that later, of course. So, final match in part 1 was Drago versus Hernandez in a Believers Backlash match. Now, when the Lucha Underground said they're going to surround the ring with fans holding belts, they were not lying. It was legit fans of the show, not paid extras, fans. So I thought that was just insane. And it was a good match. It had some cool spots. Just Hernandez getting whipped with belts, when the fans, they would not mess with Drago. They were helping him up. Hernandez, no, they were not helping him up, just whipping him with belts. Hernandez did throw one guy, so I think one guy was a paid extra, and then he actually ended up powerbombing Drago to the outside onto, like, 3 fans. So maybe they were paid, and they were actual, like, workers or whatever. But that was an awesome spot. Hernandez went for his big outside dive. Drago sprayed the mist right into his face, which was really cool. Set up a table, put Hernandez on it, got on top rope, jumped off, did a splash right through the table, rolled him back in the ring, hit like some combo, I forget. But Drago did get the win, 1, 2, 3. So I thought that was really good. And Drago, that was an awesome match. Just like, it's crazy to think actual fans whipping the wrestlers. I thought that was crazy. And a job well done. But that was the ending of part 1 for Ultima Lucha. So part 2 came up. It started off with that Asian chick. I have no idea what her name is, so sorry if you think that's racist, me calling her Asian, but I totally forget her name. So she's locked up in the cage. Dario Cueto comes in, or excuse me, what happened? So Dario Cueto said in part 1 that his brother was actually blamed for the death of her parents, but it's actually the guy that's been looking for with the mask. I forget his name. They've mentioned it, but I totally forget his name. But he's been looking for her. So he comes in, that guy, the one with the mask that's trying to save her, and basically says, I'm here to rescue you, whatever. Dario Cueto's like, you can't leave. You're going to have to die or whatever. So he's like, you're not going to hurt me. And Dario Cueto's like, I don't have to. So the girl reaches between the bars of her prison cell and chokes him out, and then just like palm thrust his back and kills him. So that was insane. So basically, Dario Cueto's like, you just started a freaking war. We need to get out of here. So he locks her out, and they accept hands, so he can take her out. And she's like, what about your brother? And Dario Cueto says he's coming with us. So he unlocks the cage of his brother. So that would not be the end of it, but I'll get to that later. So first match was Johnny Mundo versus Alberto El Patron. This match I thought was going to be better, to be honest, but it was good, and I think the ending made up for it. It was a really shocking ending. I never saw that coming, but match starts with Mundo basically running around the ring, trying to escape Alberto El Patron. He goes under the ring, comes up with this black like powder, just throws it in Alberto's face, blinds him. So Mundo got the upper hand, of course, from then on. And then it switched back and forth. Alberto got his comeback going, hit the kick, tried to go for the arm breaker or whatever. And a whole thing came in. Alberto ended up accidentally super kicking the ref, and Mundo tried to capitalize on that, but Alberto got that cross arm breaker or whatever. Got the submission. He's pulling it. The ref's out though, so Mundo does tap out. So obviously Alberto should have got the win, but there's no ref. So That leads to Alberto doing another arm bar, but this time like on the ropes, so pulling up leverage. So Mundo is just like, his arm is broken, you know. Then out of nowhere, this girl runs out, grabs Alberto's AAA championship, hits Alberto with it. That leads to Mundo hitting the end of the world, I think is what it called, Starship Pain or whatever. Gets the, the ref comes back 1, 2, 3. So Mundo gets the win, but who is the girl? It's Melina. So I was shocked by that. I never expected Melina to be in Lucha Underground. So they just like made out and just were like holding each other. Alberto was pissed. He throws Mundo out of the ring, gets him up, and throws him through a glass window, and just it shatters. And Mundo's face was bloodied. It was so bad, just so bloody. So that of course leads to Melina just slapping Alberto, just all pissed off. Like, why would you do that? Slapping him. And then Alberto grabs her, bends her down, and just starts slapping her butt. And just, that was like pure humiliation, I guess, for Melina. So that was really good. Alberto did get his revenge. Just Mundo was just bloodied, so busted wide open. So that was cool. But Mundo did get the win. But Alberto got his revenge. Got the last say in it. So next was Vampiro versus Pentagon Jr. This match I was looking so forward to. And start of the match, it basically was from the outside. They were just running around. Vampiro's not really getting away from Pentagon Jr., but it just seemed like he was trying to, freaking get a hold of himself and recover. But Pentagon Jr. was not letting him get away, just pounding on him in the outside, throwing bottles at him and stuff. And Pentagon Jr. picked up Vampiro, does a attitude adjustment to the outside. He removed the mat, so it was just the concrete floor. Lands him, and Vampiro is out. By the way, Vampiro came this match prepared. Makeup, this weird outfit gown type deal, and he just looked freaking crazy. But Pentagon Jr. did an attitude adjustment to the outside. So basically, Matt Striker said, okay, we're going to have to go to commercial. This match is easily going to be stopped. Vampiro is hurt. He's had 6 neck injuries. He's done, And comes back from commercial, and Vampiro is coming back. He is just, they stretching him out or whatever. He comes back, just right back into the ring. So that's when just the match picked up. Just chaos. So Vampiro's fighting back, pours out thumbtacks, and actually chokes or body slams Pentagon Jr. right on the thumbtacks. And it just looks so bad. And then Pentagon Jr. ended up reversing it. So Vampiro went in the thumbtacks once. A crazy spot. They were on the top rope, and Vampiro was Vampiro was his back towards the ring. So he flipped Pentagon Jr. over him and chokeslammed him right back on the attack. So that was an insane part, and it was just I love that part. That looked so cool. Pentagon Jr. came out, brought out some fluorescent light tubes, and just smashed one over Vampiro. So he just busted wide open, and then he got a broken piece, just stabbed it into Vampiro, and just blood is pouring out of his head. And it looks so gross. And he brought out 2 more. I think he hit another one over Vampiro, but then Vampiro actually hit one over him, and it just smashed it clean over his head. This is when I think Vampiro ripped off his mask. So you could see, his mask was still on him, but you could see kind of his face and just blood. It was graphic. Even I would say that was graphic. Just blood pouring. Look at my face. Picture it just pure red and just blood. That's what it looked like. Just red all over his face, all over his makeup and stuff. So Vampiro brings out a table, sets it on fire, just pours gasoline on it, lights it, just on fire, and looks to, put Vampiro or Pentagon Jr. through it. Pentagon Jr. kind of chokeslammed him, picked him up, and just threw him onto the table. And it was not a clean break. The fire did not go out right then. Vampiro was on fire. The ring's on fire. There's fire coming from the ring mat. Vampiro is rolling around. Get the fire extinguisher spraying him. Vampiro's on fire for a while. And he rolls him back in the ring. 1, 2, 3. So Pentagon Jr. wins the match. And he's not done there. He grabs him with the arm, and this is it. They're like, yeah, this is it. He's going to break his arm. He's going to fulfill what he set out to do. And Pentagon Jr. snaps his arm in the process, and he, picks up the mic, says, Master, I fulfilled what I promised, and I did it. So what's next? Vampiro has the mic. He grabs the mic, broken arm and all, and I'm like, no way. I'm the freaking wheels are turning in my head. I'm like, no, he's not. This is not what I'm thinking. Vampiro picks up the mic and he says, you know what? You did it. son, you are ready. I'm more proud of you. And so he's the master. So Pentagon Jr., bows down to him, and everyone's just like freaking out. Everyone's like, did not see that coming. Plot twist of the freaking year. I did not see that coming. That was insane for Vampiro this entire time to be Pentagon Jr.'s master. Never saw that coming. Just absolutely insane. And they just like hugged each other and put their heads, resting on each other and just like hugged and stuff. Never saw that coming, that Pentagon or Vampiro was his master. So that was crazy. Hats off to Lucha Underground. And next, the Gift of the Gods match, a 7-way match for that Gift of the Gods championship where you can't, cash it in, not really, but you will get a championship opportunity in the future. So it was 7-way. It was Phoenix, Sexy Star, King Cuerno, Big Rick, Bangla, Jack Evans, and Aerostar. So not going to go into every spot in the match because it was just too hard to keep up with, crazy high-flying stuff. For beginning of the match, Big Rick was just throwing at everybody, just throwing at each other, and it was like, okay, they need to, team up to versus Big Rick because he's just power slamming everyone, throwing him out of the ring, getting him out of here. Finally, all 6 other guys team up and just run at Big Rick and fight him. So then it was like an even fight for everyone. So all through the match, just high-flying stuff. I can't just watch the match. It was good. I can't keep up with it, though. Outside dives, crazy stuff. Sexy Star looked like she was going to get the win. And Marty the Moth came out, and he was just flapping his little wings like he could fly. Sexy Star just beats the crap out of him and throws him out of the ring, basically. So Marty the Moth did not get his revenge on Sexy Star. So Aerostar, though, climbed up to, I don't even know where, the rafters of the temple, jumps down, and just falls on everybody. It was insane. Like, it was a high jump. I cannot, like, literally, Aerostar, he fell from the stars. It was insane. So that led to Jack Evans, who I thought was going to get the win twice. Got some quick roll-ups, and I thought, okay, he has it, but he didn't. Phoenix picked him up like this, fireman's carry, and just kneed him in the face, and did his, like, pile driver finish, 1, 2, 3. So Phoenix won the match, and he has the Gift of the Gods championship. So I predicted that was going to happen, and it will go along. Season 2, I think it will go along with what happens later on in the night, but I'll get to that, of course. Tejano versus Blue Demon Jr. This match was not that good. I'm really surprised they did put this match on the card even. I don't know. It just wasn't that great. It became no disqualification because Dario Cueto said Blue Demon Jr., his legendary status, it has to be no disqualification. So that led to the crew, the 2 guys helping Blue Demon. Chavo came out to make the save, it looked like, and then he hit Tejano with the chair. So Chavo Guerrero and Blue Demon Jr. are now aligned. They have an alliance with the crew and all in Mexico, I guess. Blue Demon Jr. pinned Tejano after that, so got the 1, 2, 3. So a very quick match, and I don't know. I just didn't see much for it. And but yeah, I'm looking forward to their alliance. I guess Chavo and Blue Demon Jr.'s alliance in season 2, and hopefully it makes some good storylines. But yeah, they have Mexico on their side. It looks like now. So the main event. Prince Puma defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Mil Muertes. They said multiple times this was the first time Prince Puma was out without Conan, and I don't think that's true. I think there was a match where if Conan got involved, he would be banned from ringside. Or he would be banned, or if he got involved, Prince Puma would drop the title. So Conan didn't come out for that match. So I don't think this is the first time he was without Conan, but the match. Awesome stuff. So it was just, fantastic. It lived up to the hype. Like, I was a little worried that it wouldn't. It was awesome. So basically just, move after move after move. There had to be a winner. So it was like no disqualification, basically. Throwing each other through the chairs on the outside. What's his face? Mil Muertes got stairs, and he put him so it wasn't like laying down how they usually are. He put him like sideways, powerbomb Puma on the stairs. It looked brutal. Puma ended up getting the advantage, so he did an outside dive, and Mil Muertes just threw a chair at him and just knocked him out, just right there, which was insane. Mil Muertes got him back in the ring. They just start fighting, just move after move after move. Definitely check out this match. I can't, say every spot because this is just going off my memory. I don't write notes or anything during matches because I want to enjoy it. Definitely watch this match. It was freaking awesome. Puma hit a 630. His finishing move, 1, 2, kick out. So that was the first time anybody had ever kicked out of the 630. Mil Muertes ended up capitalizing, hitting his flatliner finish, 1, 2, kick out. So they're kicking out of finishers, and I like this. Lucha Underground, they made it so the finishers meant something. So when a guy does kick out of it, it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. So it really felt like that. And Puma goes for a 630 again, and Mil Muertes is able to capitalize on it and just punch him on the top rope, punch him on the top rope. And the finish came when Mil Muertes leapt up to the top rope, like full freaking just Hulk jump, like glide in the air, flatliner from the top rope, 1, 2, 3. Mil Muertes did win the match, and he is the new Lucha Underground heavyweight champion. So Katrina came out. Katrina was already there, but she comes in the ring. Disciples of Death come in. Katrina licks Puma, gives him the big lick of death, and Disciples of Death and Mil Muertes hold their titles up, and it looks like Death has taken over Lucha Underground. But that was not the end, because it went to like a little segment of scenes of Dario Cueto loading up with that Asian girl. I have no idea what her name is. She gets in the car with his big truck, and there's a trailer, hitched onto it, and there's a little hole in it, so you actually see his brother's face, but it's like a mask thing. It's kind of like when Kane had his mask, but when he made his entrance, he had that little thing over it. I forget what they call it, but he had that over it. It kind of looked like that, but you could see his face clearly, and it was like, oh man, this is insane. So they drive off. Then it just shows all the other luchadors driving off. Drago and Aerostar, shake hands and they say, like, till next time. Oh, yeah, Dario Cueto said they are leaving to a new temple. I think that's what they said. I might have misheard, but Dario Cueto said, okay, we're going to the new temple. So they leave. Aerostar and Drago shake hands. They say, see you next time or whatever. King Cuerno's driving off, Son of Havoc and Evil East drive off together. Angelico drives off on his motorcycle. Sexy Star did not drive off because she's in, like, freaking what's that movie? Saw. It's like Saw. The lights are on. Marty Moth's face is just dead shot in the camera, laughing and going like this. It was like the craziest thing ever. It was like the Riddler on Batman, like flying his wings. And Sexy Star was tied up in a chair, just full body tied up, and she's just like screaming at Marty the Moth while the light is flickering and flying everywhere, and he's just laughing. So that's crazy. I don't know where that storyline's going, but that's insane. Pentagon Jr. says, what's next, Master? And it shows Vampiro. And I forget what he said, but he was like something about going to the new temple or something. So that was their thing. And then the final shot was just Dario Cueto standing in the temple, the lights going out behind him. And you could still see his face. It seemed like at the very last second he smiled, and then the lights went out, and it said, to be continued. So cannot wait for season 2, and I'm disappointed that it's over season 1. We have to wait a while, but it just really has an awesome feel to it now that it just made me so much more excited for season 2, and it was a crazy, crazy finish. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WRocks. Sorry if this was a long video. I didn't mean it to, but please let me know what you thought of Ultima Lucha, each match and everything. Please just let me know your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, another video coming today. And as always, have a nice day.